Hey guys, Game Ross here. Today I will be talking about how to maximize the damage of your Hammer of the Gods. But before I continue, just a quick reminder, I also stream on Twitch, so if you want to watch me do live gameplays of Path of Exile, then you can catch me there. Now with that said, let's get into the video. Hammer of the Gods is an attack mace skill that deals enormous amount of damage. If I'm not mistaken, this is the highest damaging skill in the game right now, but it does have a very long cooldown, so a lot of builds are using this skill as their second damaging skill. Most of the time they use this skill on bosses or some really tough rare monsters. And since it has a very long cooldown, it's very important to maximize its single hit damage. So first, I'm gonna talk about support gems and another skill that can boost the damage of Hammer of the Gods. So the first support gem of the Hammer of the Gods is Ingenuity, and it's pretty straightforward. It reduces its cooldown, and if you increase the quality of Hammer of the Gods, it will gain 20% cooldown recovery rate. And with this quality, plus the Ingenuity support gem, Hammer of the Gods cooldown will go from 24 seconds down to 16 seconds. The next two support gems are Heavy Swing and Heft, and these two gems gives lots of physical damage. Do not use Brutality. This gem gives lots of physical damage, but you will not be able to deal any other damage except physical damage. I will tell you later why it's better not to use this support gem. For the fourth support gem, you can use Fire Infusion, which gives extra fire damage. And also because of this, your Hammer of the Gods will be able to inflict Ignite. The last support gem is Aftershock, which gives 25% chance to cause Aftershock. And as you can see here, Aftershock will deal the same damage as the initial impact. So basically, this support gem will give your Hammer of the Gods 20% chance to deal double damage. And with this node Split the Earth, this will give you additional 10% chance. And if you're a Titan Ascendancy like me, you can also get this Earthbreaker for additional 20% chance. Next, I'm gonna talk about Infernal Cry. Infernal Cry empowered the Hammer of the Gods and gives 25% extra fire damage, and it can go up to 100% extra fire damage. This is the reason why I think it's better not to use Brutality support. To further increase your damage, you can support Infernal Cry with Enraged Warcry. If you have at least 10 rage, this gem will consume 10 rage and gives 30% more damage to your Hammer of the Gods. To generate rage, you need this Raging Cry support gem. In order to consume that rage, you need to use Infernal Cry again, and this is why you need to use Second Wind. This will allow you to use Infernal Cry the second time immediately. So basically, you need to use Infernal Cry twice before using Hammer of the Gods. You can also use Premeditation for additional 15% more damage. Now let's talk about weapons. I'm not certain if dual wielding will allow you to deal more damage with Hammer of the Gods, because as you can see, whenever I use my second weapon, my damage goes up. I think the reason for this is because it says here that both weapons hit with 30% less damage, and I think the game is only calculating the damage of one of the weapons, the main weapon, and not both. So I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure, that you will deal more damage when you dual wield when you're using Hammer of the Gods. For the weapon mods, just look for as much physical damage on your weapon, and these high physical damage weapons can get very expensive. So for a cheaper alternative weapons, just look for fire damage mods. For the next mod, you need to have plus level to all melee skills. I think this is the most important mod in your weapon. As you can see right now on my second weapon, it has +4 to level of all melee skills. And my Hammer of the Gods is level 26, and it deals 4,148% attack damage. If I remove this weapon, my Hammer of the Gods goes to level 22, and it now deals 3,080% attack damage. That's over 1,000% less damage. So again, the most important mod in your weapon is plus the level to melee skills. And this is actually the reason why I think dual wielding will definitely deals more damage. So in conclusion, for the weapon mods, just look for as many plus the level of all melee skills and as much physical damage. And for a cheaper weapon, look for additional fire damage instead. Next, I'm gonna talk about skill tree and weapon swap. I'm going to use my build as an example. My build used Corrupting Cry to kill mobs and use Hammer of the Gods on bosses or rare monsters. I use Scepter and Shield whenever I use my Corrupting Cry, and I switch to two-handed maces whenever I use Hammer of the Gods. For the skill tree, first you need to get Giant's Blood in order to dual wield two-hand maces, and I use weapon set points to boost the damage of my Corrupting Cry and Hammer of the Gods whenever I swap weapons. When allocating weapon set points, first you need to remember which weapons are in weapon set 1 and weapon set 2. When allocating weapon set points, first you need to do is to remember which weapons are in weapon set 1 and which weapon are in weapon set 2. And in my situation, I use Scepter and Shield on weapon set 1, and I use this with my Corrupting Cry. So the first thing I need to do is click this for weapon set 1 and get those nodes that will boost my Corrupting Cry, and then click this for weapon set 2 and get those nodes that will boost my Hammer of the Gods. You can have a total of 24 weapon set points, and I think these are the best nodes that you can use to boost the damage of your Hammer of the Gods. And I'm also using this Bloodletting for additional chance to inflict bleed. But if you don't want to use this, you can just get this for additional damage. And lastly, you can press X to swap weapons, but you don't have to do that. Instead, you can open your skill tab and click this arrow, and you can check or uncheck weapon set. So in my situation, Hammer of the Gods use weapon set 2. So what I did is check weapon set 2 and uncheck weapon set 1. And the same thing with my Corrupting Cry. I use weapon set 1 with my Corrupting Cry. So I check weapon set 1 and uncheck weapon set 2. With this, I will automatically switch weapon whenever I use my skills. I think that's all I can say about maximizing the damage of Hammer of the Gods. In case I forget something, I will add those information and pin it on the comment section. That's it for this video, and if you guys like this video, please give a like and subscribe to my channel. Again, I also stream on Twitch, so if you have any questions, you can leave your questions in the comment section, or you can visit me on Twitch and you can ask your questions live. I will leave the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.